Thor, Russ, and Stubbs hitting CES. We're here on the main floor in the gaming section, and we're just going to do a walkthrough today, right, boys?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, we're going to see what's going on.
All right, come with us.
Let's go. What's going on, everybody? This is Stubbs here again with Retro Handhelds. We are here today with Michael from Pimax. Michael, it is a pleasure. Thank you.
You as well. Good to meet you guys in person.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here at CES. We're looking at the Pimax Portal today. This is very exciting.
Absolutely.
Tell me everything.
Well,
what is this?
This right here is the new product that you guys may have seen, the Pimax Portal. So this is pretty awesome. So to your point, yeah, what's a really hot segment right now? Portable gaming. So this guy, lightweight, super powerful device, XR2 processor.
Which is equivalent to a Snapdragon 865?
Ish, but above that. But what is really nice about this, right? So portable gaming, that's what everyone wants, lightweight, take it with you. So there's some other devices that have come out. We kind of looked at that and said, hey, let's make it more advanced. So as I mentioned, super lightweight, super powerful XR2 processor. So you got a perfect handheld mode right there.
Yes.
But as you may have seen in the past with clunky, take it apart, kind of iterated on that. So we got magnets here. Really strong, so you're literally able to quickly.
Wait, doesn't that have wiggle to it?
No wiggle, buddy. Look at that. Super strong.
Let me try this.
Very stable.
Doesn't drop? That's the ultimate test.
Yeah.
And I saw no nervousness on your face when I did that.
So pretty awesome. So yeah, Android based, so there'll be a custom overlay for the software.
Yeah.
But anything available in the Play Store,
it's going to work on here.
100%, right?
Okay, Android 10?
So it is Android 10 is the base layer.
Great.
Absolutely. So if you notice over there, similar, there will be a dock accessory that's going to come out.
Let's take a look at this. We have a dock over here. Come on. Let's take a look. Looks a lot like the AYN Odin dock, but this has a fan built in, it looks like. Oh, this is the unit in there now. Has that glass front panel. And it looks like it has some space in the back for you to put your various objects and things related to the headset, and it plugs into your TV. That's great. For VR, put your VR headset back there.
On the TV as well, right?
Yes.
But you start off saying we're not here to talk about VR.
I know, but I love VR. That's for our other channel, Control Hype.
It's Control. I'm right there with you.
But today we're for the retro.
We are for the retro. So we got the bases covered there.
Okay.
But Pimax, first and foremost, VR constantly, right? So we can't release something that doesn't have some sort of VR connectivity built in there. So
otherwise people might look at you funny. They're like, I thought you guys were VR guys. What you doing in the handheld market?
We can be the best of all worlds, right?
It's true.
So what's awesome is you can definitely purchase this as a gaming system by itself, and it will be a very powerful one. But you can get also a full package here.
Wait. What about emulation though? How powerful?
Well, if you're
PS2?
Absolutely, yeah.
GameCube?
GameCube, yes.
Nintendo Switch?
Switch, yes.
A little bit.
Okay. But I would stop there.
Okay.
Switch
All right. Sorry,
No,
interrupt you. I'm too excited. All right.
So a couple things. So as I mentioned, this is a powerful device, right? So we're looking at 4K.
Okay.
QLED panel, super vivid colors.
Yeah, I see it's crisp.
Yeah, super crisp, local dimming, and 144 hertz refresh rate, right?
Which is the highest we've seen in a handheld.
The highest that we've seen in a handheld. So why we're going to be super smooth on this device, that transitions well to another application, which is virtual reality, right? So a little bit of a trick up its sleeve is once we disconnect here, you can purchase this as a full kit that will have this type of device here. So easily take this, and you'll notice on the back we got 4 cameras.
Six degrees
freedom.
of freedom.
All the processing handled right inside the device. So literally, you slide this right into here. Click this down, and we're in VR mode in under 15 seconds. But what also is going to come with the kit, which is really cool, we're embracing the modularity of this all, right?
Yes.
So you got your 2 shells, which look similar to some other devices on the market, right?
Yep.
But we've already come up with this modular solution. So you pop in.
Oh, wait, what?
Yep, you pop in.
So that's how that works.
Oh, sorry. Put that down there just like that.
Oh, we didn't catch this. Look at that.
So now you got your 2 full VR controllers. When docked, you got a Type-C connector at the bottom, so you can literally charge these up without having to connect them back to the headset. So this one is for just the demo on the floor, but if you notice, the actual retail version.
With a battery pack on this one.
Yeah, built in. So when you're in VR mode, you're not sacrificing and just running off the battery on the device.
Right, because on the device you have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, but you have an additional 6,000 with this attachment, so a total of 10,000 milliamp hours.
Yep.
You're going to need that battery life to power that QLED screen, by the way. And the 144 refresh rate, it should give you how many hours?
In this mode, we're estimating about 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yep. And then to your point, say, depending on what you're doing, right? You're on a flight, you just want to watch a movie. So 144 hertz for that super smooth experience, but you can set the refresh rate and the resolution in the headset itself. So if you want to prioritize battery life, drop it down to 60, throw on a movie.
We're good with 60.
Yeah. So, you know, we don't determine what you want to use it with. We give you the options to kind of set that up for yourself.
Well, great. If you're into VR, this, of course, does have that option. Turns it into basically a Quest 2. You can still connect that up to your PC for running your Steam VR games with a wired experience, right? No. No. Really? Not in this one. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, so that's the crystal,
Okay, so we'll look at the crystal another time. But thank you so much for showing us the Pimax Portal. We can't wait to see what we can push the bounds of retro emulation and Android gaming.
Absolutely. Our pleasure,
Thank
guys.
you, sir.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you as well.
Appreciate it.
So it has these switch style sticks, which is the standard now, right? I mean, it also has magnetics. What is that? That's a feature very important for another feature that Stubbs is going to show off here in a second.
Right.
It has these clicky style Vita buttons, and the shoulder buttons are actually pretty good. They're clicky on top, but these have some resistance, very much like Joy-Cons. It's actually pretty nice. The screen is pretty good. We don't know about performance yet because obviously we got to put it through its paces for emulation, but for now, it's looking like an all right device. On the back, you have the single camera and the venting. That's also important for another feature. Stubbs, you want to show them what that feature is?
So, not only is it a handheld, but it also turns into a VR headset with this added attachment. Drop it in. Good. Make sure it's secure. Put it in there. Put it on. Now, you basically have a Quest 2. Thank you, sir. Pair your controllers. And you're good for all your standard VR experiences. I'm talking about Pavlov, I'm talking about contractors, all that awesome stuff that you normally play in other headsets like the Quest 2 and the Quest Pro. You can play in this Pimax Portal.
Stubbs, I have a question for
Yeah.
you, though. With those controllers, how many bookshelves do you think you can take out?
Yeah, so having Quest controllers, I mean, these things will take a beating. Not like the Valve Index, where it's really, as you learned and I learned, very fragile. I could take out at least 1, maybe 2 bookshelves if I really get into a game of Pistol Whip. But I mean, let's demonstrate how well this handles up with some movement. So there's a pass-through camera in here, by the way. This front camera, I can see you guys. I can see Thor sticking his tongue out at me. Very good. Do I have clearance here?
You have some clearance. Don't go swanging, though. All right. This isn't a barroom brawl, sir.
Movement.
Are you feeling it?
mean, the weight's good. We need more counterweight in the back. So this one doesn't have the battery pack on it. So it's really heavy up front, and you're gonna feel that strain after you go for about 20 or 30 minutes, I would guess. But otherwise not bad. It's not too heavy. The other unit here does have the counterweight, so this one should be a little bit more comfortable.
All right, now I have a serious question for you.
What's up?
How much man sweat do you think that those headbands are going to soak up before they're done?
Oh, definitely a lot.
A lot.
So I mean, it's going to be rank. It's going to be pretty bad. There we go. Okay, so now I'm actually in a VR experience. I don't have the pass-through mode. I'm inside some sort of spaceship right now.
In a spaceship?
I can't see you.
You're a good-looking astronaut.
And there's no boundary, so there's no clear indicator how close I am to any person.
Okay.
But having the counterweight here makes all the difference. Actually, this is higher res than I was expecting.
All right, so out of 2 thumbs up, what do you give it?
I give it 1 thumb and a side thumb.
Fair enough.
We'll see what's more to come once we have the review units in hand. But this so far is an interesting concept. I want to see what we can do with retro emulation. And I'm more excited for the handheld part of this than the VR headset, to be honest. Here we have a size comparison today with the GPD XP Plus, the Pimax Portal, and the AYN Odin. Refresh rate here on the Pimax Portal is surprisingly a very high 144 hertz, which is the highest refresh rate we have ever seen in a handheld. Of course, when you talk about crispness, color, quality of the screen, in this version of the Pimax Portal, you have a QLED, QLED. AYN Odin, you of course have a high contrast LCD, and the XP Plus has a very nice LCD as well. Let's take a look here at the software. So this is running a modified version of Android 10. This is their front end. You can launch all of your games like Genshin. We have some Dead Cells. Let's jump into some Dead Cells. That's a great benchmarking game for controls for me. Initial first impressions, the face buttons are clicky, feels very much like a shortened version of a Vita stick. If you ever use the Vita buttons, if you ever use the RP2, Retroid Pocket 2, very, very similar. L1, R1 feel very similar to the AYN Odin. The triggers are nice and analog, but it, I believe, is a digital in reality. The joysticks are serviceable, feels very much like a Nintendo Switch joystick. And the D-pad, unfortunately, is these separated buttons here. But it's clicky, kind of like a Vita. Starting at the $299 price point for 128 gigs. We also have the 256 gigs for 400, and getting that nice QLED screen for $550, which is the one that I personally backed because QLED, crisp.
So we're doing a little bit of a teardown on the Portal right now. I don't know if we're supposed to be doing this, but let's reach in here and see what else we can find. So we've got the Fresnel lenses instead of the pancakes. The pancakes are the new hotness, but, you know, Quest 2 has these.
Yep.
Let's see here. What else can we find here? What else can we dig around?
The IPD adjuster, which changes the distance between your eyes. It looks like now with that off, you can adjust it.
Oh, so you can do it manually.
So just like the Quest 2, you have 3 settings.
1, 2, and 3. Also, people with glasses, you are still probably going to need a depth adapter.
Yes. Yeah.
So that was the Pimax Portal. Let's take a look at the Razer Edge.
Hey everybody, it's Thor with Retro Handhelds, and today we're in the Razer booth at CES 2023, and we're here with Will Powers. How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
So today we're taking a look at the Razer Kishi V2 Pro that comes along with the Razer Edge, right?
Exactly. So the Razer Edge, when we sell it at the end of the month on January 26th, will be a bundle. So it's a bundle of the Kishi V2 Pro as well as our 6.8-inch AMOLED FHD Plus 144 hertz refresh rate, Gorilla Glass 5, 288 hertz sampling rate tablet. So
that's a lot of specs, but our users will definitely appreciate all that. They'll know what that means.
I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you fast because I know you guys can keep up. So my point is, it's a gaming tablet wrapped around one of our award-winning controllers,
right.
But not the Kishi V2 that you can buy on the market right now.
Yep.
This is a brand new SKU. So this is the Kishi V2 Pro. You see Pro right on there. And what does Pro mean? It means 2 things. So we added a 3.5 mil audio pass-through on it, but we also added haptics into it. So this is everything that the Kishi V2 does. There's the micro switches. You can hear the actuation on the face buttons, on the D-pad, as well as on the bumpers. So those micro switches give tactility. They give a really great feeling while you're playing these games, but also the haptics now that weren't included in the Kishi V2, as well as giving you the option of the audio pass-through. This is going to wrap around that Android tablet to be able to give you really great control over any game that you want to play.
That's right. Something else that we just found out, I'm going to steal this out of your pocket there, buddy, is that with this one in particular...
Actually, this works for Kishi V2 as well, not just the Pro model.
Okay. You're able, if you have a phone, a large phone with a bump out and a case, all right, as long as you have the openness at the bottom, it will connect to the Kishi V2 and the V2 Pro. So you're able to pack that up to take it on the go with you. Isn't that great?
It works.
So this is probably going to be a really great solution when the Kishi V2 Pro eventually comes out on its own. And we're looking forward to it.
So these are going to be original at launch at the end of this month. They'll only be sold together. We're looking to sell them separately, probably closer to the end of the year. And that actually leads to a really good point. So the Razer Edge as a bundle will be sold at the end of this month. The Wi-Fi version will be $399,
Great.
so $400. If you want to break that down in pricing, we're probably going to be looking at about $150 for the Kishi V2 Pro, $250 for the tablet. So a really great deal in order to get a screen that good for $250. Incredible.
And with that processing power as well.
I didn't even touch on the processor.
Yeah.
So the processor, get ready for more specs. So it's the brand new Qualcomm Snapdragon G3X Gen 1 gaming platform. What that means is a couple of different things. One, no one's ever introduced this chipset before. This gaming architecture has an incredible Adreno GPU and CPU built on top of it. But what makes it so special, I'm going to grab this one so you can see, actively cooled. If you see those 6 different vents right there, this has been running games since 9 a.m.
Barely any warmth.
What time is it right now? It's 5:40. Let's do the math real fast. 8.5 hours straight. There is no heat on this guy. And there we go. So let's talk about what no heat does. No heat allows the processor to perform at its peak performance for longer, but also, sorry, we got a little salsa music going. But it also conserves battery because thermals are the enemy of battery. So while you're maintaining core temperatures, you're able to get full use out of that 5,000 milliamp hour battery capacity. We're running about, while trying to drain the hell out of it, with 600 nits peak brightness, running 5G on it, and playing games nonstop. We're looking like 8 to 9 hours in my personal experience.
Because not every game is going to max the processor out every single time you play it.
But I want to show you the other thing that actually makes the processor really, really good. Let's see. Look at how this thing freaking multitasks.
Super smooth scrolling too.
Well, that's because of the 144 hertz.
Rate, yeah.
But look how many apps are running at the same time while not actually chugging at all. So
that's fantastic. Well, Will, thank you so much for your time. We're really looking forward to the Razer Edge and the Kishi V2 Pro.
Thank you so much, Thor.
Have a great time. I don't know, guys. It feels pretty good in the hands, but they didn't make any ergonomics right here, so it doesn't. There's no bump. There's no real grip on it. I'm a little concerned about it slipping out of my hands. What's that?
Is there a wobble to it?
No, there's no wobble to it. I think they got rid of it.
Oh yeah, so it is sized correctly. Yeah, so there's no wobble, which is good. Like, it feels more solid than a phone with the Kishi on it. So I think that's a big deal.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Here, Stubbs, you get your
All right, let me get
your little meats on
claws on it. I mean, it is solid. I mean, it's perfectly form fitted, but there is going to be that wiggle still.
Oh, you're flexing it differently than I did. Okay.
See? Yeah.
Here.
Flex it.
Flex it?
Yeah, flex on the left side in
like
particular.
There's no real flex here, but you're right.
right there.
Right.
And that's just how I grip it, though.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
it's not for everybody.
But you're right, though.
Let's get this on camera. Show that again.
Here we go. Let's get a little flexi doodle.
Yeah.
The phone in it?
Yeah, with the phone in it, I'm not getting. I mean, add a spacer right there, add a little filler right there. This is perfect. Nice clicky face buttons, Joy-Con style joysticks, 4-way D-pad, running Diablo Immortal on here. This has a Snapdragon, a GX3 Gen 1 for its CPU, which is going to handle well up to even Nintendo Switch, GameCube, PS2. I can't wait till we get Vita emulation going. That would be nuts. While being a little wide for my taste personally, it does make me think of the GPD XP and the XP Plus. So if you're a fan of those handhelds, this thing is going to fall right with you. As far as size comparisons go, we want to look at the AYN Odin, the current reigning champ in the Android handheld market. And it is a little bit wider by about an inch on each side. It'd be great in their next gen product of this Edge if we can get this a little bit shorter for those retro gaming enthusiasts such as ourselves. But this is going to be really cool, and we can't wait to take a look and review it in depth.
And that was the Razer Edge. Let's take a look at MyArcade. They've released a great new set of Megaman, Street Fighter, and other arcade classics.
And today I'm here with
Quinlan.
Quinlan from MyArcade, and you may have seen several of their devices around town, maybe at Target or a few other places. And today they've got some new stuff here with actual IP branded devices. Can you tell us some more about those deals?
Yeah, so all of our products are officially licensed, and we're coming out with some new products, revamping some that we already have with high resolution, changing up the screen like way that it is. I can't talk.
The word Megaman was just used. So we have a Megaman handheld coming up, or
A micro player and a pocket player.
Very nice. Very, very
Can we
nice.
take a look at that one?
Yeah, of course. So
go on
the
a field trip.
So this is the pocket player, and somebody is currently, of course, playing with the micro arcade. But so this
Okay,
is
because we're for the handhelds.
Oh, well, perfect. So here you go. This is the pocket player. It takes 4 AA batteries. But yeah, so it has 1 through 6 Megaman on it.
Nice.
1 through 6? Right.
That's plenty of Megamen.
Okay,
All right.
important question. What's your favorite Mega Man?
I really like Space Invaders.
Okay. That's
Good answer. Good answer.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
So, which we have revamped also into a handheld.
Well, Quinlan, thank you so much for your time today.
All right, so that was MyArcade. Let's take a look at what GameSir has to offer.
Here today in the GameSir booth at CES 2023. We are here with you, Leanne, who is working at GameSir, and we're going to talk a little bit about the X2 Pro. So, what do we have to tell us today? What's going on with this thing?
Okay, the X4 is a mobile game controller for Android phone and is licensed by
Xbox, Game Pass, all that stuff.
Yes,
Perfect.
For the cloud gaming.
Yes.
And some controller support games. Yes.
All right, and you were saying the latency on this is actually super low, right?
Yes, it's super low because it's a wild connection to the Android phone. Yes.
How much is the latency? Wondering.
Latency about 25
milliseconds.
milliseconds.
Fantastic. And okay, so that's the licensed one. Ah, okay, very, very good. Well, we're excited for this. And there's a lot you can do with retro gaming with these. You can do everything on your Android phone. Do you have any iPhone models?
Yeah, of course, we have the iPhone models because the chip is very, the lead time is very long. So maybe we'll come later.
Come later on. Okay. Well, we're excited to see it, and thanks so much for spending time with us today.
Thank you, GameSir. That sounds great. But what else do we got? A smart gaming projector?
And today, this isn't a handheld, but it is the Play4 from Artlii. All right, check this out. We've got some cool content for you. I'm here with Yen Zhang, the CEO of Artlii, talking about this device. Tell us more about it.
Hi everybody. Yes, this is our new product Play4. And I'm very glad to announce that this is the first Android TV certified LCD projectors So it is smart and certified. That means that you have more than 5,000 apps inside, and you can stream everything, basically. Yeah.
Right. So one of the big things here, especially for our community, all right, is the difference between the Android versions. And if anybody knows about scoped storage, it's a problem for emulation. This thing is capable of playing your ROMs because it's Android 10 and it's a projector. So that means no more extra devices. All you have to do is connect a Bluetooth controller and you're sitting there playing ActRaiser, Legend of Dragoon, whatever you want to play. So, Yin, what does this retail for?
This is retail price is only $499.
Okay.
And we also have 100 coupons on Amazon available.
So you're talking $399 for an Android 10 capable smart projector that's certified with the Play Store.
That's right.
That's the first time I've ever heard anything like that. That's crazy. So it's available on Amazon, and is there any other place?
Yes, it's all available on Amazon in the States and Europe.
Okay.
Also available on Walmart.
Okay.
Yes, and also you can buy it on our official website.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Yin.
Yeah, thank you.
We look forward to your product.
Yeah.
Well, that was cool. Let's move on to the Barcade After Hours CES party.
We're here with Jonathan Hurd at CES 2023, the inventor, lead programmer of Food Fight for the Atari. How are you doing today?
Great to meet you, Thor. And what a nice coincidence to run into you here.
Oh my gosh, starstruck. Okay, starstruck. So you did all of Food Fight yourself?
No, I had a couple of colleagues writing software. We had a musician. We had sound guy. So there were other. It wasn't all me. Believe me. And in fact, really a lot of the people at our company contributed because I had it out on the floor. I'd make changes to it. People would come by, try it, give feedback. So I was constantly incorporating input. But the original concept, the ultimate game, if you read the proposal, you would say, oh, that's Food Fight. So, it helps to have a clear vision, I think. A lot of games kind of stray. And if you stick to an original vision, it really helps, I think.
So, as our community knows, I spend a lot of time working with Android. What was it like compiling a game back in the Atari era?
Well, we were very lucky to have a compiler. I mean, most of the games in that era were written in assembly language.
Right.
And we actually were looking toward the future, and so we built hardware around the 68,000.
Okay.
And we found a compiler for the 68,000 that wasn't completely very good, honestly. So we would constantly be finding errors, and I'd rewrite code in assembly language.
Right.
Or if it was too slow, like if you look at the compiler code, you'd say, wait, why did it go from that register to this? We can just go from this one to this one.
Right.
So it was a combination of being able to write stuff at a high level language that made it easier to change. But then when you wanted something to run very fast or compact, you really did need to write an assembly language.
Okay. So I have to ask,
yes,
what was your inspiration for Food Fight?
So I joined this company. I knew the founders, and they made Ms.Pacman. Right. And they were expanding because they did a deal with Atari. And I was like, oh wow, writing for a video game, that would be really cool. Right. And I knew the founders, and they said, hey, come join us. So my first day on the job, I said, hey Kevin, you know what I do, what I can do at writing software. What do you want me to do? And I kind of meant today, what do you want me to do? Right. And he said, I want you to come up with an idea for a video game, build it, and we'll all get rich. So I spent like a week and a half or so going to arcades, playing games, and just thinking about what was out there. There were a lot of shooter games. And I thought, what could be different from, what can I use a button for other than shooting? Right. And I thought, well, let's see. I throw. I could have a button that had throw. Okay. And I was like, okay, throw what? Throw food. And the moment I realized that, I thought, somebody is going to make this game before me. So I've got to do it, as soon as possible. So anyway, I came up with a proposal, sent it to, brought it into my colleagues, and they were like, yeah, let's, you should do that. And so that was the inspiration.
So Pac-Man is iconic, but so is Ms.Pacman.
Yes.
Okay. Something about designing her femininity, her beauty on the first day? What was that about?
So my first day on the job, you gotta, whenever you're developing a game and sending it to somebody else, it's like, we gotta get the ROMs done in time for FedEx. Right. and you put them in a tube and drive them, because typically you miss the FedEx driver. Anyway, drive them to the airport and drop them off. So anyway, our team was in a panic. The guys were trying to finish finish Ms.Pacman, sorry. And one of them, I said, can I do anything to help? Because they were clearly in panic mode. And he said, her lips look a little funny. My colleague, Mike Horowitz, her lips look a little funny. Can you do anything with them? So I worked on, touching up her lips a little. I have no idea if that work I did actually was what in the final one. But it was just, I'm thinking, here I am my first day on this job, working on Ms.Pacman's lips. I thought, that's gotta, I'll save that memory, So.
Yeah. And so an entire generation of men fell in love with Ms.Pacman thanks to this wonderful man.
Yeah, right.
Jonathan, thank you so much for your time in this interview.
To meet you.
And let's see what the HTC Vive Elite XR is all about. Fancy, handy-dandy, crazy VR technology. Hashtag metaverse.
Users have the ability to sideload APKs with their own content on the device.
So I think we do have that a little bit more flexibility because of that, but it's not something that we necessarily encourage.
Rubber membrane connections.
Because Python drives all of the build models.
We got a good analog input here.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
The sticks are
when it works,
textured on the edges.
God bless you.
Good amount of travel to them.
Yeah.
And they do click down. Yeah. It's good. Good analog inputs. These all feel good. Like
the trigger feels good.
The size of the buttons are good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like it.
Get some Hall sensor sticks in here. All right. Cool.
Stubbs, talk me through your experience and keep it Christian, all right? How's the RGB pass-through?
It looks really clear. This is so much better than the Quest Pros, which is super laggy, by the way, when you're doing this pass-through experience. So here I am in the HTC Vive. And this looks, the mixed reality is really sharp on here, super high resolution. Let's try an experience here. Atreyu.
And we're going to end things today on the bHaptics X40 Haptic suit and tact gloves. This is ridiculous. Again, this is mainly for VR, but can be used with regular gaming, with your Steam library. Super interesting stuff.
Yeah, can we do the IPD 6068 IPD? If we switch this, there. Feel the haptic by touching the avatar. Enjoy. Can I pick her nose? Oh, I feel that. Oh, wow. She is hugging me tight. I'm inside of her mouth. Oh my God. Her tongue is so large. Okay, is this supposed to be happening? I feel weird.
Thank you all so much for joining us today and recapping CES with us. This has been Stubbs, Thor, and Russ on behalf of Retro Handhelds, Retro Game Core. Take care of all of those handhelds, everybody, and take care of each other. All right.